Yesterday went to the Huntington Library. So if you guys don't know, there was a family named the Huntingtons. They all got this disease, which they named the disease after the Huntington. It's like a cancer on the bones or something vicious. Um, and I took my wife yesterday. Usually the tickets are $30, but somehow we finagled. I'ma just say EBT came through for the guard, $3 tickets each, and we was in there like swimwear. And thank God because it rained. And if I paid 60 something, I would have been a little tizzy on the busy. But yeah, so we go to this amazing estate, which it's like a botanical garden mixed with art, mixed with life. I don't know, but beautiful estate. As soon as you enter, you're welcomed by staff. Pay your little ticket. The dude was fucking cool as shit with me. We got the tickets for that price, which enabled us to just like enjoy the day a little bit better, considering it was raining. You know what I'm saying? So we go to this establishment. You go to this part where there was a famous book called Blue Boy. So they give you, markers and, just things you could color. They got, pictures that are blank and then you just color them in. So I colored the Blue Boy, but I made him lit like Son has. I made him with like fatigue pants, like orange and like a Nick jacket. Son was lit. He had the green joints, the wallaby green joints with the pink. Yo. But after you do that, you go the first exhibit or the first botanical garden entrance is the desert bio. So once you're there, first of all, did not know that there was like the variety of like cactus. I didn't know in California. I just thought there was that one cactus, the one that looks like a dude with the arms and shit like that. When you go to this establishment and you see wild cactuses, I'm talking about various species of it, and then they all different. Like some of them look like sponges belong in the ocean. Some of them like were furry. So I'm gonna throw pictures up on YouTube. I'm gonna connect my Instagram so you guys can check my gram too and understand exactly what's going on in my life. But other than that, that shit was lit. So right now you're in the desert biome. You're maneuvering, you know what I'm saying? You're checking out all the other shit, and then boom, it's like a Japanese. First of all, you make a quick left and you see those, the Japanese dogs. You know what I'm saying? Those and you walk in and then you just see a bamboo forest and you're like, fuck, this shit is lit. All you was missing was a samurai sword if you want some anime shit. And it was like ding 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 boom 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 ding ding. And you're like, yo, and the way the bamboo, like they form and shit, beautiful. Yo, these motherfuckers had an actual sign that said, please don't write on the bamboo, because people were doing, the L and J heart. I'm like, yo, motherfucker, relax. A lot of these things are, since I've been on this planet, I haven't seen so many items go extinct as fast as like we've done. I remember when the dodo bird and there was like a Tasmanian dog, them motherfuckers went out the door in the 50s early. So after you go into that little exhibit, you're in the bamboo forest. Then you go into like, those bonsai trees and Karate Kid that he was like taking off the, when you have a green thumb and you're, doing harvesting and shit like that, you have to like flip the soil with some of these plants. So yeah, it was just cool, you know what I'm saying? And then when you flip the soil, you got to take off the dead leaves so it doesn't, I guess, affect the rest. That's why you see just like precision. And then you see these trees just beautiful, look like mini biomes, ecosystems on like moss, you know what I'm saying? And you're like, yo, this shit is wild as fuck. But with all that being said, if you guys have time, go to the Huntington Library. Now we're gonna talk what the fuck I talk. So there's differences from Cali to New York, and they're not as big as you may think it is, but to me they are. So there's a couple little things that I've been through in my life that I just want to, share. So we're gonna go chapter one, and that's gonna be we'll start road trip. So about early 2000s, rest in peace, my boy Zeus. This was his last trip. So I didn't know my man's was dying of cancer. You know what I'm saying? One day, I swear on everything, it's like 2, 3 in the morning, and me, Mark, and my boy was just like, "Yo, let's just go." We jump in the car. I went. I got some, I got like an ounce of weed. So you know what I'm saying? I got bud when I'm out there, and motherfucking yeah. So we hit up Tennessee, Chicago, New Orleans, Miami, Texas. There's a few parts, a few states that we just drove through and shit like that, beautiful as they may be. But going to Tennessee, it was downpour. Crazy. Like to the point where y'all ever drove where your windshield wipers ain't doing nothing? Scary. So it's like my man is in the right seat drinking, clearing a whole vodka. My other man's Zeus in the back smoking high, fucked up, you know what I'm saying? And we just driving. And we get to Tennessee live. New Orleans, this is like after Katrina. So New Orleans was like, you shook. You saw a lot of houses like boarded up and shit like that. Wild. Wild to see. Like sometimes like you live in this country and you swear we got bread, but then you go to certain states or cities or district towns or counties and woof, where the money going? But yeah, shout out to everybody that keeps joining, popping in. You already know how we get down. My boy, yeah, where my people's at, man? Where Buster? Where let me just light this L. Say hi everybody. Hope everybody's doing good. I'm just chilling, maintaining the day, making sure everything goes, copacetic. It's a good Friday. But yeah, man, there's a lot of cool stories. All right, here's this story. So there was cars that the antenna you were able to just like screw off, and it had this little ball at the end. Little did we know that little ball, when you hit a car window, it shattered it to the point where like, and then you just put your hand in. It's bad, but this was what folks was doing in Brooklyn, New York. You know what I'm saying? Just wilding out. I knew a couple of friends that would remember the club, the club, right? Like you put it on your steering wheel and it, for some reason, enable people not to drive off with your shit, even though, whatever, motherfuckers was just soaring, just take whatever. But my man was hitting rear view mirrors. He was hanging out the window, bang, bang, bang. One window he hits, bang, motherfuckers is in the whip. Chasing a car, throwing Snapple bottles. Niggas had a maneuver on the BQE. Get out the exit. And they were going. And I was like, y'all play too many goddamn games. And you know them white boy games are wild different than, you know what I'm saying? Like, they like to party, let's just say. So how everybody doing on this beautiful day, it turned out. Thanksgiving around the corner. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope everybody's doing exactly what we need to be doing on Thanksgiving, which is, coming together, sharing, getting with the fam bam. You know what I'm saying? I used to love Thanksgiving. We used to drive all the way upstate New York, and I had family that had like a cabin, literally chopped the tree, Christmas tree, motherfucking put the beer case outside because upstate it was already snowing. Yo, beautiful, just amazing scenery. And then you with the fam eating. And you can't, yeah, that's why I hate that they separated us so much. But yo, holidays used to be lit. You know what I'm saying? With the family, seeing your uncle you ain't see, your grandmoms, Mama Dukes is still ticking, everybody living. And all your cousins. Remember cousins used to be fun? Yo, I swear to God. You know what, Flip? I started seeing like cousins, like killing cousins, weird shit. And I'm like, yo, cousins in my day used to be like your brother. Like your cousin was like, that's, because remember, cousins are your mom might have a sister, your mom might have a brother, and that's the cousin tree. Motherfucker, those are brothers in me, yo. So I don't know how people be looking at their cousin like, yo, you a different gang. Nah, nigga, that's family. I don't give a fuck. It used to be blood over everything, you know? Blood thicker than water talk, you know? So thanks everybody for rocking with me. Whatever you want to chat about, drop, like, subscribe, do all that good shit. Thumbs up. You know how I get down. Lay down to get down. But yeah, man. New York was just a crazy time, a crazy era. If I could just like start taking my time on my episodes or my podcast random and just start talking about like the various activities we used to do. Motherfuckers used to just get on bikes. A guy just told me he farted on his wallet and now he has gas money. My G, got him. Yup, my nigga got gas money for days, don't he? That's funny as hell though. Who that? Oh, yo, that's my wit. Yo, that's my nigga, Witch Doctor. Yo, thumbs up, Witch. How you doing today, Witch? Everything good, man? You my guy, Witch Doctor. Yeah, man. You know how some people like don't remember they like I do, and because you always had jokes. You know what I'm saying? You a funny guy. You know what I'm saying? But nigga making my day. Good looking, yo. But yeah, man, smoking with y'all, my dude. Yo, that's my guy right here, everybody. Yo, you know, it's like it's funny because like you have some channels that just like hate or yo, who the fuck? Yeah, alright. Niggas emotional, right? Like yo, talk, say your shit, diss me, look at my weird beard, like say my nose is I look like Groot from Despicable Me. But yo, Witch Doctor, yo, you were funny. Yo, one love. That's what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? One love. Had an eye appointment to get new glasses, and they dilated my eyes. Couldn't see anything all morning. Damn. Yo, isn't that wild? Like certain things you do in life, like even go to the dentist, could like take you out the game, and that's why I don't like certain drugs that like you're not coherent. But damn, man, just. I know they say, in fact, sometimes you gotta wear like, you gotta keep them dark. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's wild. Your eyes are everything too. They gave me those see? Yo, I just said it. Yeah. The dark joints. Yeah, you was really in darknesses. That's not funny, but wow, bro. Hey, check out the cat. Hi, buddy. So in this neighborhood, there's like a bunch of like stray cats, and I only take in this black one. You know, I feed most of them, but I try to just feed him, give him a little more shelter than the average. You know what I'm saying? But that's messed up, yo. I hope your eyes are good though. Like, okay. So the new glasses, hence the reason why you had to go through all that protocol. Damn, man. It's funny how your body, eyes, ears, and then we take like, you know, not advantage, but like we forget there's people that don't have the best vision, don't got hearing. So if you got all your, you know what I'm saying, your senses, try to, you know, do the best in life. Because, you know, there's a lot of folks that just wish they could just see, hear. Yo, I appreciate you, doctor. You're a good one, man. You're one of them good ones, you heard? This puff is for which? El doctor. ¿Cómo está, primo? Yo soy un puertorriqueño out here. You know what's wild? I'm Puerto Rican and in like California, like I'm one in like a gajillion, like I'm rare out here. Shout out to my Mexicans, my Morenos, my white boys. That was for you, boy. But yeah, man. I hope everybody's Thanksgiving is coming together. Ain't nothing better than smelling that pine tree because you got the Christmas tree early. You know, maybe some gifts. You know what I'm saying? Just, yo, the holiday. That's why like motherfuckers be like, what's your favorite holiday? I always would say Thanksgiving. Not because of the food, just because it's one of the only times where fan band really be coming together. You know, Christmas, even Christmas sometimes, you know, because of different, you know, your my son, you know, his girlfriend, so he might be, you know what I'm saying? Like just various. Saludo, hermano. Yo, brothers up. You already know. Always, man. That's cool as shit. And that's why like I definitely want to build my channel and get people that I, you you know, the normals, you know, my peoples. I'm gonna make you a moderator, by the way. Which um I'll do standard in the beginning. I don't know how to do this, but yeah. Yo, keep going, bro. Yo, what up, Bash? Shout out to 6767, you know what I'm saying? How does Unc know what he doing out here? Let me stop. Yeah, man. Just there's so much going on, and everybody gets, you know, we all get sidetracked and shit like that. But the number one, 6-7, the only thing I just want to share or give gems to is, remember, fam, man, they tricked us. 18, get out the crib. Why? My mom's is getting, oh, why am I trying to leave Mama Dukes that gave me, like, why am I trying not to keep the resources here? Why am I going to pay another landlord or buy a house that I can't, like, and I'm not saying live with your moms forever, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I know I left and then I came back in my late 30s and or 40. And then I maintained my moms. And seeing moms, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love my mom to death. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Thanksgiving is one of them holidays that it unites. It brings ain't nothing like that turkey. Everybody get the itis, you know what I'm saying? And what's better than watching football games? The boys, let's go boys. What is it? The Cowboys in Green Bay or Detroit? They play every Thanksgiving. But yeah, man, we just gotta like do our best. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying try your hardest, because a lot of jobs you shouldn't even be giving them as much flow as you know a lot of us do. Because in the end, if you know the cycle of the system, like today I went to McDonald's and I seen some dude, maybe 26, 27, with the suit on, head high. And I'm like, yo, I was a paralegal for 11 years. Then they laid me off, head high. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. And then when you get older, ageism, it's harder to find jobs at fucking 43. And not even hard, but the jobs that I want. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of times you see, you know, Walmart filled with old heads, Dollar Tree. It's not because that's the job they want. It's just the jobs that's gonna hire us. You know what I'm saying? That ageism shit is real. My wife's Titi, her husband is like 64, 5, and he went to go, mind you, he's trying to look for a job, and that, just hearing him say that scared me, because I was like, wait a minute, boomers got to retire at 50, 55. Now, but they raised it from 60, 64, 65, 67. Add two more. But yeah, man, it's like the things they're doing to different generations other than they own, I don't like it, bro. Because the boomers are the politicians. You see how all those old folks, all them old, is me, Gracie. Gracie girl, 11. What's up, everybody? That's Gracie. She chill. You know what I'm saying? Young girl, but I came back. Of course you did. Thank you. Make sure you get some sleepy, Gracie, tonight, okay? But yeah, man, the way they messed up this system is not cool. Thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate everybody. One love. Mwah. Okay. Hi, Gracie. What's up, Bash? What up, El Doctor? You know what I'm saying? And shout out to whoever else is in here. I appreciate your time watching me. I dig it. And I'm not one of those that, like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna misuse it. I appreciate time. Time is everything, y'all. But yeah, man, it's a trick bag, this world nowadays, and it's hard to stay solid with all the distractions. Hi, I came back too. I had to clean my room so I can watch a stream. Yo, Bash, a teardrop right there for that one. Boop. Thank you. That means a lot. You heard? And that's all it is just conversing, listening to me and my brain, my weirdness, you know what I'm saying, my weird tattoos and stuff like that. Look at this one. Look at that character. Ooh. But I'm very spiritual. I think there's a point in your life where you start seeing things differently. You know, when you're younger, everything is like you're Rambo. You know what I'm saying? They look cool. Thank you, bro. You know, that's why, like, in the hood, when you hit 21, it's like, oh, because you really didn't think you know what I'm saying? And it's sad, but it is what it is. It's like, the way they making this world, first of all, they took Papa out the crib. And if y'all old school like me, when your mom was like, wait till dad get home, you, ooh, I don't want to hear that one. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I never met my real dad, but my step pops is absolutely Papa Dookie. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where the protocol gets mixed up, because now everybody's going with the step pop, the step. Nah, man, that's Papa Duke. Anybody that spent more than 10 years with you is family. You know what I'm saying? And if you go beyond a decade and you hitting them 20, 30 years, you definitely stamped in. You know what I'm saying? So it's a hard gig, that step pops gig. You know what I'm saying? Because you're taking care of another man's, kids, and you're trying to build a relationship with them that's not based on daddy, kid, more like, and you don't want to do friend kid either. You kind of want to be in the middle of like, look, there's things that I know you can't do. I have to go. Bye, Gracie. Bye. You have a good one, okay? Thanks for joining my channel. Thumbs up, subscribe. Oh wait, you did. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody, Bash. But Gracie, you have a good one, okay? Say hi to mama, papa. Have a good Thanksgiving, Have a good one. Remember, family, and you at that age where your cousins, everybody, you're going to be playing. So enjoy yourself. I used to love running up the stairs, you know what I'm saying? Like, just living life, man. And I think that's another thing that a lot of us ain't doing. We're not living. We're so concentrating on other people's lives that next thing you know, you're like, oh shit, I'm 15 years old. What the hell did I, like, it's like, yo, just check your Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to pretend to be somebody they not, and it's like, we live in your means. It's okay. It's okay not to have things that other people have. In fact, we had a world where, depending on how you throw your drip on, you could look crazy work. You don't got to be Balenciaga, Louis Vuitton. My favorite brands are Nike. You know who does good clothes? Gap. Gap does good like sweaters. I don't know the jeans, but sweaters and like underwears. You know what I'm saying? Underwears I like Polo, but which ones I got? The Ithaca's a good one. But if you can't afford it, don't go crazy over it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's another thing, that kids are going to high school or school, and the pressure of the fashion is a little bit more than the pressure of the actual education. It used to be reversed, like. So, shout out to the kids or peoples that are just living and being in their own shell. Ain't nothing wrong with that. If somebody don't like you for you, then that's the energy you don't want around you. You want energy that are supportive and consistently motivating you to do better. Swords sharpen swords, right? Like, so you always want to combat in people. Never dumb yourself down. Never put yourself in groups where you're feeling like, yeah, what's up, kid? What up, son? Hi, God. Yeah, yo, you cooked. Yo, It's like, all right, I want to, sometimes speak intellectually. I want to converse. I want to show off my skill, my brain matter. You know what I mean? So it's okay to do that. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for the love. I appreciate everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. We're going to rock out on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? New York to wherever you living. Love is all love. And yeah, man. What else we want to talk about? What else is going on in the world? So I don't know if you've been watching that California. They found this girl named Celeste in a trunk, in a Tesla truck, and it was owned by an artist. His name is David. He spells his name with a D and a 4V, 1D or some shit like that. For a while he wasn't even a suspect, and then just recently I saw TMZ say that he's like a prime suspect now, and it's like, duh. First of all, he should be going to jail anyway, because he was like 20 something when she was like 15. Like, they were dating. Like, get out of here. I don't care how short you is, nigga. Like, that's another thing. Age is wild, bro. I never disrespect and I'm, maybe it's because I got a sister and I see, girls as little, sisters, and you know what I'm saying? I don't know how anybody see anything sexual with kids. I don't get it. But David got locked up, and I'm eating a chitlin sandwich with hot sauce while watching your stream. What up, Jonathan? That's my guy too, yo. Yo, I'll be having some comeback. Yo, I appreciate you, man. I hope that sandwich is good. Chitlin sandwich. That's something interesting. You know what is making the sandwich though? That hot sauce. Give it to the hot sauce. Yeah. Hot sauce. Yo, in fact, let's throw W's in the chat for let me stop. I would love to get my shit up so much that like I could do that. You know what I'm saying? But at least it's at the point where I could read your what you guys are saying also. So it kind of makes you guys feel like you're interacting with me. You know what I mean? And that's the best thing you can do. Because as much as we can act tough, one of the worst things is loneliness. I hate that shit. I hate being alone. You know what I'm saying? I like to be, outside chilling with the peoples, my guys, now my wife. You know what I'm saying? But you know, one of the your subconscious. I don't know why your subconscious is like the opposite of what you're supposed to be doing. Like you ever thought you're like, were you in New York City in the 70s when hip hop was invented? No, I'm born in 1982, Jonathan. I'm 43 years old, man. But I was in, so basically, I like, look, I'm an 80s baby, but I'm more 90s because that's when, I was a teenager or I got to live. But New York City in the 80s, 90s was beautiful, man. So that's an era where my mom was still listening to like that electronic, like house music, Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Lionel Richie was still popping. Michael Jackson was huge in the 80s and and then the 90s came and it kind of, you got Wu-Tang. I think Wu-Tang to me changed, like when I heard Wu-Tang and I like from like Color Me Bad and all those other groups, it was like, yo, who are these guys? Whoa, they saying some Yes, Milli Vanilli is my, yup, Milli Vanilli, Vanilla Ice, MC Hammer. Can't touch this. Doom, 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 doom. Can't touch this. Ma. Doom, 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 doom. Hey, yo, and Son had them pants too. That and I love music back then because you could put music on and dance and nobody look at you like, yeah, son, gangster, son, everything gangster, yo. Yeah, yo. I only act hard with my peoples though, because if you see me by myself, I might cry, yo. So I'm from that era where we were still dancing, and then the merge of Jamaican music came in. So you started action. Dun, 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 bum, 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 bum. I need some action, tender satisfaction. What up? My chemistry is going. Can you cause a chain reaction? Yeah, I'm in Los Angeles, LA. Made hip hop. We run rap. Hey, they say it started in the Bronx, but whatever you say, you know what I'm saying? I do know Blood In and Blood Out, great movie. I do know this whole world always tries to make us separate each other. Like, who started it first? You know what? I'm glad whoever started it because now we got what we got. And shout out to Kendrick. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying? All the artists that California-based Ink. I used to like some dude named Ink Boy or some shit like that. Oh, who's my new son? He's a Mexican dude, but he was on Kendrick joint. Lefty, I think. If somebody know Lefty, put me to, I would love to meet that man, boy. No gang shit. I'm not, that's his territory, you know what I'm saying? I do rep my seed, you know what I'm saying? But that's another thing, like Tekashi 6ix9ine, there we go. I know a bunch of his joints, but yeah, I seen him. He was on 3rd Avenue filming a video. Yeah, when I was in Brooklyn, I seen Tekashi 6ix9ine. It was kind of cool. Check it out. I met Jay-Z and Macy's. Raekwon and Ghostface were in a store buying Karl Kani jeans and shit. I shook their hand. Busta Rhymes, Rampage, Dipset, I used to go to the studio uptown, not uptown, but in Manhattan. There was a studio they used to go to with Aguilar, and I met them boys back in the day. But yeah, Sean Paul, dun 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 dun, Sean Paul, Sean Paul. But the game got all like the game's getting mixed up. I don't appreciate the way the game's going. Music used to be music. Remember, music used to get you through hard times, not try to make you do something. I think that's the difference. Music back then used to make you go get through hard times. Now you put a song on, you want to do a drill. You put a song on, you want to pop your, girls want to pop the toti. And I'm like, yo, music making y'all, because the frequency, we all know What up, Bash? We all know frequency. Cameron doing well, transitioning on Podcast, Love Mace too. Yo, and they just did Welcome Home, Max Bigavell. They just did thumbs up. There's 13. Please make my shit. If I ever see my shit go to 10, oh, don't leave me. I love y'all. Don't leave me. But yeah, man. Cameron and Mace did a pod with Max Bigavell. Amazing podcast. It was dope as shit. There was a line I liked. He was like, yo, y'all old. And he was like, yeah, but he older, Mace, But Mace put a lot of Harlem dudes on. And that's the thing about the game, boy. For some reason, everything in life is competitive. It is what it is. There's not enough resources for everybody. But the rap game was so competitive that instead of New York doing what the South did, which was like, let's feature and make songs together, everybody was bumping heads. What's the best part about fatherhood and Diddy? All right. The best part of fatherhood is actually seeing your kid, because a lot of these peoples don't let you see your kid. And the best part about fatherhood and Diddy is his parties. In 2003, I got invited to an all-white party in the Hamptons. I went with my boy Max Osborne. He does fashion. He was an intern. We were both interns at Sean Daddy at the time, Puff Daddy. And we went to his party. You couldn't go inside the house. Only selected few real top dog celebrities and shit like that. I shook his hand, ate a couple of things, and we were out of there. You know what I'm saying? Good party, good, And what's better than, what's the best thing? Something that costs free 99. Nigga, free food, free, you know what I'm saying? I got to see some celebrities, you know what I'm saying? D'Angelo, like a lot of people that ain't here, it is what it is. But, yeah, man. Let me tell you, whenever somebody calls you crazy, they're just trying to line you up to not figure out you out or what you're saying is true. And, the biggest thing they do is divide us. Back in the days, it used to just be politics, religion, and sports. Meaning, I like the Jets, you like the Giants. Now, everything, the color, the way you say a word. Oh, you got an Android? I got iPhone. Now I'm not your man's in them. It's like, yo, it's so much to keep us away from each other. But shout out to Diddy. That boy's still living. My man, I heard my man doing parties in jail. And you want to know what's wild? When you're in Brooklyn, you take the Gowanus Expressway, and there's the Brooklyn prisons right there, and that's where he's at. Who's the most New York celebrity, actor, artist, or athlete? Like how Dr. Dre is LA. Honestly, I might say Jay-Z or 50 Cent. 50 Cent is a big dog. Like at the time when 50, many men, many men wish death upon me. I don't cry no more. Don't look to the sky no more. Have mercy on. Yeah. And Dr. Dre, when he dropped Chronic, that sound was so different and on point to the words and everything. Look, Dr. Dre is a perfectionist. There's nothing. If you told me right now, yo, who's the greatest producer? Pharrell. Nah, Dre. Dre had Snoop himself. He but I'm talking about he went through the era with Eminem, 50 Cent. What else? He did something else. He did a bunch of Kendrick. He's a master producer, you know what I'm saying? And it's just wild how much I had to go inside. I gotta let the cat out real quick. But yeah, Dr. Dre definitely by far is go. Go, baby. You wanna go? Go. All right, sorry, y'all. I just had to let the cat out because the cat always be bugging, and I want to hear it crying. But yeah, man, Dr. Dre definitely. If you understand music, I always had an ear. I was trying to be a fake rapper, but Dr. Dre, Scott Storch is top three. Yo, you know your shit, Jonathan. I appreciate you right now. Yeah, Scott Storch is. I mean, I think the perception and the way people put shit on your throw dirt on your name is fucked up because it kind of ruins your legacy. And Scott Storch did have a legacy. You know what I'm saying? He was working with Murder Inc., a bunch of artists. You are so on point. Yo, what up? Terry Dupree, 333, heart, heart, heart. All love, goes back to you. But are you Turkish or Puerto Rican? I'm Puerto Rican. I get Middle Eastern a lot of times because of my nostril game. And I just cut my hair because like I'm growing it. Like, look, 43 years old. This is the most my hairline got pushed back. And these are my real teeth. Uh, I had braces, but afterwards you're supposed to put your fucking retainer on, and I missed that step. I smoke cigarettes, which I'm quitting soon, and marijuana. I don't do alcohol, and I'm just like a cool motherfucker that's just trying to like relate with others and just make sure that we all get through this shit called life together because they really fucking with us a lot of times. No, a lot more than they usually are. Um, it's out of control actually, and if if I had, first of all, people need to stop buying cribs and start buying land. Land is the trick bag. When you have land, you could build whatever you want on it. If you own a home, a lot of times, even via blueprints, you got to go through this, through that, just to appreciate you. No problem. Just to, you know what I'm saying? So buy land. Like Boosie, he bought land and he built apartments on his joint. So I really feel like buying land is crucial, and then what we do on that land is like the next step. And I think schools should have green thumb. Kids should know how to harvest, plant, bring back trades, uh, lower down math. Math should be division, addition, multiplication, and subtraction. The other nonsense, unless you're trying to be an architect or some type of construction where you're dealing with blueprints, then yes. But other than that, end it there. History, his story. It should be a class where each day is everybody votes on what type of subject matter they want to discuss. Like, let's talk about Egyptians more. Let's talk about the Viking era. Let's talk about not cavemen, Christopher Columbus was the man, or no that other nonsense. Ask me anything about hip hop, rap. I'm hip hop historian. I know everything, and I'm only 23. 23? Yo, son, I swear to God, like the shit you was saying before, I thought, you're old. Yo, you got an old soul in you, baby. Stay alive. You heard, Jonathan? Shout out to Jonathan. Shout out to Terry. Everybody that's showing support and love. I appreciate everybody. Thumbs up, subscribe. I hate saying that because I know if you're going to do it, you're going to do it. If not, it is what it is. But yeah, man. Hip hop made me. It like not made me, but look, I was at this beautiful era where I got to listen to Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Wu-Tang Clan, Tricky, Sarah McLachlan, Cranberries, Zombie, Wu-Tang, Jay-Z, Nas, Tupac, Biggie, so forth and so on. But add Kenny Rogers, know when to hold 'em, know when to walk away, whatever, know when to you better count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be... My bad. I'm losing y'all. Sorry. But, yeah, there was just, like, so much at the time you were able... And remember, musicians, they try their hardest to be different. You didn't want to have the same sound. In fact, labels weren't buying into that. So everybody was different from the way they dressed, hairstyle, music. And Shout out to Jonathan. But it even got out to the point where a lot of artists, like nowadays, you'll see an album and it have 62 producers. Back then, an album would have one producer for the sound, and that was like his man's. So let's say like Nas would fuck with like Alchemist, but he really wouldn't fuck with Dre because the sound would, and like it was just weird. And then later on, they eventually did it. Can you say 6 7 hey 6 7 hey 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 flip flip and a monkey? Here we go bunky, and nigga wanna play around, put him in the trunky, and nigga the dumpty. And now let me stop. But hi, what up, Dark? How you doing? Like I said, I appreciate everybody rocking with me. But Jonathan, yeah, man. I hate African Badass because of what he did to those kids. That's a factory. That's a factory. And yo, I ain't gonna take that away either. Like people, that's why I say like you gotta be, you gotta owe up to what you're doing out here, man. Like we can't just be freestyling and then like 10 years later, oh, I did this, is alright. Nah, man. You gotta be careful and be aware of what the fuck you doing on this earth. You know what I'm saying? And we only get one time, one chance. So people thinking it's Grand Theft Auto, I get to respawn in another planet, or we gonna reincarnate or whatever. Look, I think when the shit is game over, it's game over. Maybe our energy goes somewhere and you know, subconscious or whatever. But I feel like if the Bible was honest and was like, look, everybody got this one chance. Yo, you want to know why? Back in the days, you had Plato, Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci's, all these men. Like when you go through the history, you're like, damn, they accomplished so much, and in so little time. Because back then, motherfuckers was dying at 40, 50. Was a crack popular? Yeah, it was. It was. Crack was fucking crazy as hell. But yeah, man, a lot of people had time to, like, yes, they had time to research and do a lot, everything. They didn't have a phone or some, they didn't have a rent, they didn't have oh, you gotta, this bill is due. Everything was just, you had your crib, you paid, you did your land. And if you was a scholar or somebody of noble you know, of high ranking, you were able to study. Remember, books were only given to like, remember, books were real information. That's why, like, when people be like, yo, this is wild. Yo, whatever they wrote, it was meant because they didn't have that much paper. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was, oh, let me make a book about, you know, like whatever weird shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything was truthful. Even the depictions of the pictures. You know how many times historians be like, nah, that wasn't real. And then they found out that Hercules was a real person. They found out that where so-and-so lived is a real area. They find out that fucking the depiction of dragons were maybe alligators or different type of, who knows what the fuck was around back then. We don't. But I'm telling you guys now, whatever they wrote, the depictions, the pictures, a lot of them shits was on point. I'm telling you, maybe they didn't have the illest artists to really draw a lion the way, or some shit like that, but a lot of everything was, it was real. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't like Ancient Aliens, because they try and take away from them Egyptian boys. Yeah, yo, you want to know why things labor moved? Because of slaves. You want to know why everything slowed down after, sorry to say, slavery? Because of slaves, bro. Who built the White House? Who built a lot of the shit in America? Slaves. You need that type of labor. Why you think we outship most of our gigs out overseas? Because it's like everything was, so back then Egyptians, yes, had many slaves, and they were able to build ill shit. They were able to build pyramids, Sphinx. The Sphinx had a wide nose, yo. They were, yo, I love, you know why I'm into cats? Because of Egyptians. Love Norse mythology, but something about them Egyptian boys, they were so advanced, and their civilization lasted a lot longer than a lot of motherfucking people think. Tens of thousands of years, and those boys were living to 200 years old. They got books that say this fucking king lasted from so-and-so to so-and-so. What? And we're like, nah, that's impossible. Yeah, it's impossible. Especially if you don't put preservatives or you're trying to kill your folk. That's why it seems impossible. Because in today's world, yo, why they got hospitals? when all they do is put a band-aid on and give you some pill and make your shit worse. Or they string you along, they keep you alive so you could just keep buying this one pill. Like, yo, back then there was no pills, there was no pharmacy. Motherfuckers lived to how they lived. It was the strongest survive, but it was also how took care of yourself. Remember, farming and doing all that shit physically, how do you feel about Bad Bunny performing at the Super Bowl? That's a flip coin, G. That's a flip coin because for the Boricuas, we in here. I know J-Lo, maybe I think Mark Anthony, but I love reggaeton. Daddy Yankee is a GOAT. That's a fact. My only thing is how they trying to flip it. Because they're trying to be like, a majority of the fans are like, they won't understand the language. It's like, first of all, a majority of the clubs are filled with white folk. And a lot of the white girls love, it's more about the rhythm, the melody. You know what I'm saying? That's why, rap music goes all over the world. Even if they don't speak the same language, it's the melody they're picking up. So I think Bad Bunny is a good fit. I think it's a strategic move. Somehow it's like once again separating us because one year you do hip hop shit, you know what I'm saying, and then the next it's like during ICE and all what's going on. It's like it's a weird thing. And remember, reason why Boricuas are hated is because we're a commonwealth. So we're one of the only Latinos that are able to cross and go back and forth to America without like we're citizens. You know what I'm saying? If you're a citizen in Puerto Rico, usted a citizen in America. But in Mexico, you need your green card. And let's say you Salvadorian, a Chilean, Ecuadorian, El Salvador, like whatever Latino you are. And that's another thing, bro. They played us hard body because back in the days, Latinos used to be like this. All Latinos. Because we knew something more than others did. That Latino creed was like, yo, puertorriqueño, yo está mexicano. Oh, ¿cómo está, primo? And it's always with that primo. ¿Cómo está, primo? We were all cousins. Yo son Chilean. Oh, ¿cómo está mi primo? Now it's like, yo son dominicano. Yo son puertorriqueño. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Tú quieres pelar, primo? It's like, yo, chill, my nigga. Like, the fuck going on here? Why everybody want to fight and shit? And then fighting in today's words is shooting. So it's not like niggas be like, yo, you want to fight, son? You be like, yeah, get your knuckles ready. Nigga, you said you want to fight. It's like, yo, what the fuck going on? But yeah, reggaeton is fire. Daddy Yankee was a GOAT. He's in Puerto Rico. You know that dude that does the boxing, Jake Paul? He bought a residency in Puerto Rico because there's no taxes in PR. So whatever, let's say you get 20 mil, you get 20 mil. So there's a lot of weird glitches that make other races or other Latinos hate. But yeah, Puerto Ricans, like, shout out to Bad Bunny, shout out to, all Latinos. You know what I'm saying? It's wild. My grandfather always loved Mexican music. He had sombreros everywhere. And he loved football. The real football. Soccer. Holla. But thumbs up. Thanks for jumping in my channel. And yeah, man. In the 80s, let's just say in the late 80s, early 90s, they would have these little cracked vials on the floor with different color tops. Little kids would pick them up like they were toys and shit. Like, and yo, bro, East New York, them shits was all on the floor. So that's one thing I say, like, it's beautiful to see the change. How long have you been smoking darts? Cigarettes or weed? So cigarettes, I started at 28, 27. And if I'm 43, let's just say 12 years, whatever. And weed, I've been smoking like 14, 15. Like, I love weed, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is with the ciggies, I was always into my body, you know what I'm saying? Track, football, you know what I'm saying? Because cigarettes really make you so. But I went through a little drinking phase. That's why I don't drink no more. And, cigarettes came with that shit. And if you see me, I always clip my cigarettes. I'm not like a pack will last me 4 days, you know what I'm saying? 5 days. Been smoking for 4 days. That B. I'm quit. Yeah, that's a fact. Me and you both gotta quit. What's that, TJ Long? Yeah, man. Jonathan, I know you still in here. Started when I was 17. Damn, B. You know what? I hate that when you're ready, you quit because your subconscious is always playing against you. Oh yeah, I ain't tell me I had like my eyeball booger. But what you call it? Yeah, cigarettes is not. And you know what I do hate? Vapes more because I don't know what the fuck is in them joints. I seen a commercial where the nigga there was a robot and shit. I was like, yo, what the fuck is in these vapes? How niggas is making motherfuckers smoke metal? But yeah, man. Eventually I'm gonna stop, and I like, I know the best thing is to, especially at my age, because like I played ball the other day and I felt like, like like I'm like, oh shit, that's a no, B. Your lungs is everything. You hurt. Sorry, everybody. But I hope everybody's Thanksgiving is gonna be lit. Get the biggest turkey. I hope y'all with the fam bam. You know what I'm saying? If your moms is pops is still around, I hope y'all together and all that shit, all that good shit. And if not, choose the one that got the better food. You heard? Let me stop. Quitting addiction to sex is harder than some drugs. Yeah, that's a factory too. And let me tell you another thing. It's this. It's the look, my wife just texted me, love you. Yo, it's the availability of on. Like in my day, you had to go in your pops, you know what I'm saying, going like find his little stash and shit. Cause like, nah, yeah. It really is though. And I mean, if you're not using it for productivity, or you know what I'm saying, if you ain't, and women don't understand the flip is like the more men you with, you got various nigga personalities in you. That's why a lot of women are wee whack nowadays. And it's fucked up too. Like men are just look, the biology of it, men, we're support. Yo, what's up, G? Yo, what up, dude gamer? Shout out to motherfuckers playing Battlefield 6 Red Sec. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of games are dropping, ill. But yeah, man, I don't even want to go there with the sex talk, because like I just, find your partner, if make sure she or he's the one, and just try to stick with that person, you know what I'm saying? Yo, how big is yours? Hey, yo. Everybody, I got BDE, big energy. I don't know what that means. Let me but yeah, man, life is life. I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? You do what the fuck you gotta do. Don't let the world get too much in your life. You know what I'm saying? Try to be private. Try to have some type of dignity. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't feel this emotional. You know what I'm saying? Look, I feel like everybody got mental illness because of the way the world is. That's an American thing. You go to other places, they don't even talk about that because, other nations support they. Yo, all I gotta say is, let's say we send billions to Ukraine. What country is sending us money? Like I just want to know that. Like for as long as I live, we're always supporting other nations, always butting in other political events, always doing weird shit, setting up Gaddafi, to the point where people, sent planes at the towers. Rest in peace, my godmother that was in that building. But like, the fuck going on? Like, send us a bag. Nigga, we need some cash over here. Supposedly, or the way they managing our money, it's almost like when you get like somebody's like, yo, can you hold my like an account, and they just fuck your shit over. It's like, yo, cause we got money. The amount of taxes per diem, it should pay for a lot of stuff. That's why like when you go to certain states or cities, you see the roads different. Is what the governor, mayor, is how they, implement certain. They push the money back into the people. And a lot of places like Detroit, you saw that lady. She was doing her nails, her hair, taking planes everywhere. Like everybody got this greedy mentality, and that shit need to end, boy. Like get enough so you comfortable, you Gucci, of course. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you still gotta chase the bag. Always have that motivation in you, but I don't know. A lot of people just fall for that okey doke, and another okey doke is that investment thing. Yo, invest this, invest that, and da, da, da. Like, yo, if you got a bag of money, just try not to spend it so fucking quickly. That's all I can say. Because in my day, you could put $1 million in the bank, and just off of interest, you could just live off of that. Now they fucked up the game, hard body karate. Let me just say that. Even with insurance, I used to hear, yo, I'm paying 150 in insurance. That's crazy. And I'm like, yo, motherfuckers is paying the 1,500 a month for the car. I'm like, damn, B. That's why some people are living in this. They're like, fuck this shit. I can't. What's going on here? But yo, thanks everybody for rocking with me. I appreciate you. One love. Happy Thanksgiving. Merry Christmas. I'ma see y'all before that shit. Dude Gamer. Arc Raiders is fire. There's a game called L coming out that I think is dope as fuck. Music I'm listening to. There's a song called Corazon with Lil Wayne and French Montana. Waiting for French and Max B. Domain Pain dropping. What else you got? Dave East got some shit out there. If you guys want to laugh, watch Let's Rap About It. It's a podcast with Jim Jones, Dave East, Mano, and Fabulous. It's pretty fucking dope. I know everybody got a fucking podcast. I know everybody's speaking. So that's why I say I appreciate everybody's time. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for the love. Yeah, and if it's nighttime where you at, sleepy time, and if it's not, roll up a fat L, smoke something, or get ready for work, or just do something so you feel like you did something today, and then just marinate. Randoms, $8, $8, 6767. This is how I'm gonna end it. 676. What up, Hannah? Like and subscribe. I appreciate y'all. One more time. Peace. Got him.